And welcome back to This Week in Politics here on KSFY. You know, this past week we have spent a lot of time showing you and telling you about historic flooding that has rolled through portions of eastern Nebraska and southwestern Iowa. This past Tuesday, Vice President Mike Pence traveled to Omaha so he could survey damage in both states. The video images of what has been happening in places like Fremont, Nebraska and Hamburg, Iowa are stunning for all the wrong reasons. Farms, homes, businesses wiped out, underwater. And who knows how long it will take to recover. Listen to the county sheriff in hard-hit Fremont, Nebraska.
This recovery isn't going to be a few days or a few weeks. This recovery is going to be months to possibly a year or longer.
When Vice President Pence arrived in Omaha Tuesday, he had already seen from above what so many people are dealing with at ground level, or more accurately, water level.
It is remarkable to think when you see this devastation from the air, about the fact that it wasn't so much worse. And that is a testament to the resilience of the people of Nebraska and Iowa. It's also a testament to the extraordinary efforts by first responders in the region.
Pence visited a Red Cross shelter where those who have been evacuated now live, unsure for how long, and unsure of what they will have to go back to once the waters do come down. Nebraska has been hit hard, as has Iowa, where communities like Glenwood, Hamburg, and Pacific Junction are now underwater. And not a little bit of water, feet of flood water now encase these communities. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds.
I have no doubt that we will qualify for a presidential disaster declaration. We need to have the information and the assessment in place to just make sure that we're getting that documented, and they're doing a really good job of that, even with everything that's going on. But as I said earlier, we want to see what we can do to expedite the funding to make sure that we can get that in place and start to alleviate some of the concerns and questions that communities and farmers and Iowans have all across the state.
Reynolds has spent most of this last week splitting time between her office in Des Moines and visiting areas of truly horrible damage. She says in spite of what she has seen and what so many are now having to live through, there will eventually be a light at the end of this nightmarish tunnel.
Iowa's like no other place. We adapt, we solve, and we excel in very difficult times. And there's no doubt in my mind that we'll recover as a state, and Iowans will rebound stronger than ever.
And Vice President Pence says for those whose lives are now literally underwater, a message of support.
To all the families that have seen their homes flooded, seen livestock lost, who have had their lives, their communities upset by these extraordinary floods and severe weather, our message is this: we're with you, and the American people are going to stand with people across Nebraska, across Iowa, across all of the 8 states that have been impacted by this severe weather and this flooding.
And of course, we will continue to tell you the stories of those being affected by these historic floods right here on KSFY. When we come back on This Week in Politics, more questions for Iowa Congressman Steve King after this meme appears, then disappears from his Facebook page. We'll be right back here on KSFY.